We are, of course, expecting in this hour the White House's coronavirus task force briefing. We expect it to begin in roughly 15 minutes. At least that's the latest time they've given us. We hope it's going to be informative. Basically, we're looking for the tell it to me straight doc approach. We will be doing our best to dip in and out of these briefings to bring you the most important and relevant moments. And we'll be, of course, fact-checking what was said on the other side. Now, for this briefing, the president and members of the task force have said that they're going to show us the data which convinced them that drastic action was still needed and that the country should basically stay closed through the end of April in order to slow the spread of the virus, a.k.a. flatten the curve. Hopefully, that means we're going to get an unvarnished look at how long public health officials are realistically expecting this crisis to last and how bad they think it's really going to be. And based on the data we have right now, the projections are expected to be grim. The coordinator for the White House's task force said yesterday that 100 to 200,000 Americans will die in a best-case scenario. Now, we don't know how exactly they're calculating that figure, but we do know that this is one of the models they trust, as Dr. Birx said to me on Sunday. It comes from the Institute for Health Metrics and Evaluation, which is part of the University of Washington. Now, we showed it to you last week, and it's been updated since then. Their estimate has it in this range. With current restrictions in place, roughly 83,000 Americans will die. The hospital system will still be overrun, and tens of thousands will not get the vital care they need. Again, this is the rosy model compared to the White House estimates that Dr. Fauci and Dr. Birx are now saying, which put the death toll perhaps as much as 2 times higher, even in that best-case scenario. Bottom line, we better be prepared to hunker down as a nation for a while, which could have profound implications for our economy, our society, and our democracy. And as you can see, we are at least 14 days, give or take, from the peak of the crisis, according to those projections, when the death toll is expected to be at least 2,000 per day. But some states, like Virginia, are still 2 months away from their projected peak, which is good news because it means they've got a better shot to flatten the curve, which saves lives. But it also means residents will have to stay hunkered down longer in that state. And as you can see, the total number of confirmed cases, according to the latest figures from NBC News, continues to rise rapidly across various parts of the country. Now, the distribution of cases around the country is not uniform, which means different areas are going to peak at different times. What this all means from a practical standpoint is that we could be dealing with months of closures, months of shutdowns, and months of other restrictions across the country in an attempt to limit the death toll and ease the overall burden on the U.S. hospital system. As you can see, the burden on our health system is just beginning. Meanwhile, the White House task force is now considering new guidelines to recommend members of the public wear masks when they leave their residence, which certainly suggests they believe the virus could be more transmissible than we thought, or more pervasive than we feared, or frankly, the only way they're going to be able to open up this economy even halfway is to do this. And as we prepare for the daunting challenges immediately before us as a nation, I haven't even mentioned Dr. Fauci's prediction that we're likely going to be hit with another wave of this virus when things cool down again in the fall.
Hello, YouTubers. If you're watching this, it means you've checked out our channel, so thank you. Now do me a favor, subscribe by clicking on that button down there. Click on any of the videos to watch the latest interviews and highlights from MTP Daily and MSNBC. You can get more Beat the Press content every morning in the First Read newsletter. If you're tired of content that you don't know anything about where it came from, you don't have to have that problem with us. NBC News, MSNBC, MTP, and the Meet the Press mindset right here for you on YouTube. Subscribe now.